As you can see, we got all the parts laid out here. So we got our headlights with the clear corners and our custom etching on the inside. You can barely see with the plastics. All the connections are labeled to each section over here. So we got our two connections over here. They're gonna go to our igniter, which is this piece right here. And these are gonna connect into our ballast. It's got two different connections on the inside over here. This will focus. Sorry. Two connections inside, 2 and 3. But you'll be able to tell 3 connections right here, 2 connections inside this. And it's going to go to our main wiring harness over here. It's going to be for each side. This side's got the block over here. That's going to be our connection for our headlight. Battery connections. It's got grounding. And what's really nice is that they label everything over here. And then this will go on to our passenger side over here. Everything will connect in. This will connect into our ballast. Ballast will connect to our harness. Harness over here will connect to our headlights. Bada bing, bada boom, good to go. Then these are going to be our fog lights, LED fog lights with turn signals built in. Nice and easy. Just take off your old fog lights. It's got a connection down here, which is going to go into its connection down here. These will get connected to our turn signals. And then they'll blink on and off. White to yellow switchbacks. So let's get these installed. As you can see, we got our beautiful Terminator over here. And it's rocking some smoked headlights that are definitely showing its age. Please don't look at, I said stop looking at that guy. Camera, hand away. Thank you. And then this side over here, we got amber side markers over here, black housing, but they're smoked. Not the cleanest thing in the world. I can clean them up, make them look nice. These were ceramic coated, but the car's been sitting out for so long. And stock fog lights. So you get this look over here. It's alright. Black goes well with the car. But you know what goes better? SWLights headlights. So let's get them started. First thing first, unlock the car. Get in. Gosh, I like this interior a lot. Don't worry about this right here. We're gonna fix that. But pop the hood. Come around. So yeah, gonna easily get started over here with taking out the old headlights, which is pretty simple. 1, 2, and these suckers should just pop right off. Can't do it with one hand. Hold up. And these headlights come out very simple. Just pop them out. Take out the 2 connections. Headlight, turn signal right there. Good to go. And very simple on the inside. Same thing with the other side. Pop them out. Turn signal there. Headlight comes out. The bulb already just fell out. But we won't be needing that. But way simpler than newer Mustangs like the S550 where you have to take off everything just to take off the headlight. But we'll take those off and move on to the next step. SWLights makes it simple. Down here, you take the blue connection, plug it into your headlight. Done. First step. Second step, take your ballast. Connection labeled ballast down here. Connect that. 2 prongs right there. It goes right in. Second step, high beam. This will go into the headlights when we get to there. We got our ground right here. It'll go anywhere like right over here, something, just metal to metal contact. I don't know exactly where yet, but when I put the whole harness together, we'll figure out where it's gonna go. We got our igniter right here, 3 prongs. It's gonna go inside the ballast. And then this is gonna go into our headlights. And we got our power here, accompanied with the fuse. It's gonna go directly on to our battery over here. And just slap that bad boy on right there. Ground, I'll probably just put it on the side. Ground, power, just a quick demonstration, and we'll test out to see how our headlight goes. So one thing that I really like about SWLights is how they package it. I took some of the plasticking off right here, but they put a little cover right here so that way there's no damaging in the shipping. A little bit of tape that'll come off here. Ugh. And we're gonna unwrap some of this over here, just so it doesn't get in the way. Put it on the car, because we don't want the face to be damaged. We won't install the turn signal just yet, but just to show you, got the one that's marked high beam to go in here, 2 connections, or 2 pits. Then we got our igniter here with the 2 connections that come off the headlight itself. Female and male ends go in. The next one goes in. Boom. Gonna put that in. Now, most satisfying part. That's hot. So, now that we got everything hooked up, this is just gonna be a test phase right now. As you can see, we got SVT written inside of it over here. Clear corner lights. And now, we're gonna go turn it on. Battery's all hooked up. Come into the car. Always check your lights before you hook everything up. Come on in. And, oh baby, this is really bright. SVT right there for the SVT Terminator. Look at how clean that is right now. So, I'll leave it here. Now we're gonna do the same thing for this side. Remove headlight, extend your harness out, get your ballast, plug it in, 2 tips, make sure it clicks. Say ballast right there. Igniter, your ground your wire, hydrate, place your headlight, your connections. So high beams, your igniter, both connections, placed really well. And now test. 3, 2, 1. And as you can see, this is definitely a much better setup, even looking at it from afar. So clean. Clear markers. SVT Oracle right there. Very clean headlights. I'm gonna fall in love with this car all over again. And be sure to clean up all the wiring mess that you have here. Put it away on the side. Don't put your wires on top of your terminals right there. Put them off to the side somewhere where they won't catch, where they won't get caught on the hood and water won't fall onto them. Now check that out. So much more cleaner on the car. You can definitely tell that those are new headlights. And in the next part of the video, I'm going to be tackling the fog lights here, also by SWLights. I'm very excited about those, so we'll cut to that next part when we start that install.
Tomorrow.
So now we move on to the next step, which is our switchback fog lights over here. See, they're held on by 4 bolts on each corner right here. We're going to go underneath the car and put them on. So we're going to come under the car and they're going to pull it out. Here inside the bezel, it's being held on by 4 bolts. In my case, it's being held on by 2 bolts. And you disconnect the fog light underneath. And the fog light comes out. So our stock fog light, we'll replace it with the SW1. So to get started here, you just pull out the pins that hold in your headlight. Headlight comes out. Take out your fog light over here. Disconnect it. And we're gonna have 3 wires over here. We're gonna have a green, black, and brown. And then for the SW kit, I routed them in from... I'm gonna pull the fog light harness through that hole behind the headlight. It's gonna come around here. So we're gonna cut the ends off over here. We're gonna open up our wires. We're gonna attach them each to the sections that they go. We're gonna test fit them, and then we'll tie them up together and see how our fog lights go. So now we got the wires all hooked up. White with brown, black with black, green with orange. Got them hooked up. It's got its own small harness right here, little module, fog light itself. Now we're gonna put that right there. Go inside the car, and test it out. All right, so we got it hooked up, keys open, fog lights attached. 3, 2, 1. And like that, our fog light is orange. That's our turn signal, same as the bolt over there. So it's all hooked up. So now we got them all soldered up in here. Same as before, white with brown, black with black, orange with green. Had a soldering iron, soldered them up, and then covered them with electrical tape to prevent any shortages going on. Then I'm gonna have these. Then I route it from where the turn signal connection goes, and I slap the module up top with some double-sided tape. As you can see, it's being held on with nothing but tape. Then the connection for our fog light is right here. We'll bring down the fog light and connect it down here. Then the fog light goes in. Mine had only 2 8mm bolts over here, so this one's already been removed once before. But then we come up, we have the 2 connections right here with the braided wire and the black and white, black and red. Then they're connected right there. And we'll take our bulb from our old headlight, plug it in, and we're done. Get the bulb from the old headlight, put it in. So now we move on to the other side, same thing. This one we got 8mm bolts right here, one each side. Disconnect the fog lamp. Take off the pins holding in the headlight. And disconnect your headlight. And take out the connection to your turn signal. Then solder and wrap your lights. This side is going to be white with orange. White from the harness of the fog light. Black on black, that's ground. And then brown from the harness of the car with white from the fog light harness. So white from the car harness to orange of the fog light, black on black, brown from the car, white to the fog lights. Solder, cover, so no shortage. Route, just I don't have an angle. Stick up, right there you got it with double-sided tape. 2 8mm bolts on the corners. Plug in, put your bulb in, good to go.